Good morning from Mama's Backyard Chickens. Well, today I thought I'd give you a different angle. I've moved everything. It's been really wet and rainy here, so I've moved everything around on my porch. Sometimes rain comes in on my porch, so today it's supposed to start clearing up, but we don't know. This morning at 7 o'clock, our power went out, and I was still in the bed, and I'm like, oh, Lord, please let this fire come back on so I can have a cup of coffee when I get up. And by 9:30, it was back on, y'all. So, yay. I guess a tree fell somewhere. Now, in Mama's past, it might have been because did I remember to pay that power bill? But in this case, Mama's on the job, and she knows. Oh, so yesterday, the algorithm said you liked the auto-sexing video, and it said I should do a follow-up, and I will, but not today. Today I wanted to talk to you about the Orpington chicken. The Orpington is a dual-purpose bird, and it's one of the fattest ones out there, okay? If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my iPad. The Orpington can weigh between 6 and 10 pounds, and I've found them to be closer to that 10-pound mark, especially the roosters. And they are fat and fluffy. I have had the blue Orpington and the buff Orpington in my flock, and I had a buff Orpington rooster, and he was very fat. They are slow moving because they are fat, and therefore if you free range them, they'll make an easy mark for a ground predator. Not so much an aerial predator because they're too big for them to pick up, but for a ground predator, they're pretty easy to catch. The Orpington is one of the world's most popular chickens, and it is that for a reason. Like I said, it's a dual-purpose bird. It gets really fat, so it's good for your meat. Also, it can lay several eggs a year, up to 280 eggs a year. It was originally developed in England, and I found that a lot of the breeds that I like to keep were developed in England or Britain. I don't know why that is, but just for me, I found that those are ones I really like to keep. It was in England during the 1800s, and it became a favorite because its temperament it's an easygoing chicken. It's very docile, and it's not going to be picking fights. And it was created by William Cook in the town of Orpington, Kent, England, in 1886. He wanted to develop a hardy dual-purpose bird, and that's what he did. The Orpington, the way they look, and I will get to these pictures, and we'll try something different here with you. This is a buff Orpington. This is a black Orpington. This is a blue Orpington. Now, this is one I had one of, and I also had the buff. And this is, what do they call this one? Jubilee Orpington. Very pretty. And this is a white Orpington, and they are beautiful too, okay? Back in here. But anyway, that is what I wanted to show you on the Orpingtons today. I have had, and in the past, I have had a buff, and at one time I thought that's all I wanted to do was raise buff Orpingtons, but I branched out and I wanted to do the colorful eggs. They lay a light brown egg. That's the egg color. But they make a good dual-purpose bird. They're not very heat hardy because they are so fat and feathery. They do make a good cold climate bird, but if you live like in the deep south or Texas or something like that, you're going to need a very well ventilated coop for them to stay in. And they will suffer in the heat. They don't like it. But that is about the Orpington chicken. And fun facts. Fun facts. It's not an auto-sexing breed, so you can't tell at hatch what the chicks are going to be. But the Orpington is a good dual-purpose bird. I would not recommend the Orpington if you lived in a hot climate. They like a cool climate because they are so fat. Now in North Carolina, we do have hot summers, but as far as overall temperature, our temperature here is mild. And y'all, a hummingbird just came down and just stared at me for about 2 seconds and didn't know whether he wanted to go over to the feeder because I'm sitting in a different place. But anyway, that is what I know about the Orpington. As far as stories about Mama, y'all can hear the rooster in the background. That is not Spike. That's my neighbor's rooster. As far as Mama's background and childhood goes, tell you a little bit more about me. My parents divorced when I was 13 years old, and I went to live with my mother. But you'll hear me talk about my dad a lot because anytime I called him, he was there for me. I got married at 16. It's an interesting tidbit. Some of you may say, okay. Some of you may say, oh, what a terrible. But I did get married at 16, and I was not pregnant when I got married. Just thought I'd throw that in because a lot of people are. I don't think it was a mistake. I could easily say it was a mistake because we're not together now. But that union gave me all my children, and I got 3 beautiful children, and I wouldn't trade them for the world. So that's a little tidbit. I was a teen mom. But I wasn't forced to be. I just thought I knew best at 16 what to do. But that being said, I did finish school, and I did get my license to be a pharmacy tech. I did all of the things that I should have done. I just got married fairly young. So I've been on my own for a long time, since I was 16. So that is some of the things you should know about Mama. It's not a pleasant thing. And usually on this page I like to tell you a pleasant thing. It wasn't terrible. It was not a terrible thing. But just thought you'd like to know that. We did not stay together for reasons I won't go into because that's personal business. And whatever he may or may not have done, or I may have not done, we do have children together, and I don't hate him. Okay? I've been married 3 times in my life, and I don't hate any of them. Okay? And I wish them all the best. The ones that are my exes now, I wish them all the best. I'm pretty easy to get along with. Like I told my first ex, I said, well, I'm a pretty good ex-wife, and he said he'd have to agree. But anyway, I'm fairly independent, headstrong, outspoken, what comes up comes out kind of girl, and sometimes that doesn't upset will of some people. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, that's about some of my personal history. The man that I'm married to now, Lee, the one that I talk about, my husband, he's a very easygoing man. And he's like the yin to my yang. Because he sees the good in everything and everyone. And I don't. I tend to be the opposite way. I tend to be suspicious and not so trusting. And he is just the total opposite of me. He loves people. He loves talking. And he never met a stranger. And me, even though I'm in here talking to you, I tend not to be a people person. And I say that because I've worked with the public for over 20 years. And I had been, through my job, have to be a people person. But then when I clock out, I'm through with people. But he's not like that. He loves people all the time. So, anyway, I think that's why we work so well. It's because he's the yin to my yang. But anyway, that's a little bit of personal issues about Mama. Now, Mama's not the kind of Mama who never says a swear word and says you should do this way and do that way. I'm the kind of Mama that is going to swear from time to time, and I try to keep it clean on this channel. But my second husband was a sailor, if that tells you anything. So once in a while, I may let a word slip on this page, and if I do, I'm sorry. If I offend you in any way, I'm so sorry, but that's the way it is. Anyway, that's a little Mama's background and how she got to be where she is today. But we were talking about the Orpington today. It is a very wet day here. It's in the mid-60s right now, but it's going to get up to like 82. And y'all, for July in North Carolina, this is like a sweet break in the weather. We are generally in the 90s this time of year. So, however, I am done with the rain. And personally, I could go without it a week or two. The chicken pen is terrible looking, and you guys will see that when I go around, because we have not had the opportunity to get it dried out, to get the wood chips in there, and it's just a muddy mess. But on the up note, yesterday I did get another blue egg, and I don't know if it was from the same leg bar, but I did get another first egg, so hopefully one day I'll go out there and I'll have 3 blue eggs, but we don't know. Anyway, that's all I got for you now on the Buff Orpington chickens, or the Orpington breed of chicken, and Mama's backstory. I appreciate all the follows and the likes, because I'm just trying to build this channel up to help people learn about chickens. I want to reach as many people as I can, because this is something I'm passionate about. So I really, really appreciate all the followers. Hear that, neighbor? I really appreciate all you followers, and sorry about that. I appreciate all you new followers, old followers, everybody, and I appreciate your likes. Please comment on my post. You cannot offend me, okay? You like it, you don't like it, let me know, because you cannot offend me. I have been through the ringer, okay? I've worked in the medical field for 20 years. You cannot say anything that's going to offend me. Like I said, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you shortly in the backyard.